Okay, welcome everyone to tonight's session. We're going to be discussing about data quality framework, trying to understand what is data quality framework. So you as a data governance or data protection officer or specialist, one key thing you need to do is to set the standard of the data. Every data set does not just count. You must have a standard, and it needs to be documented. It needs to be in a framework where everybody can see, everybody that makes use of the data can actually have a copy of the quality standard and make sure that they adhere to the quality standard while working within the data of the organization. So that is a data quality framework in a very layman's language. So you can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
All right. So while we try to understand this quality framework, we're going to define the quality of data, identify key data quality dimension, explain components of a data quality framework, and measure and monitor quality data and with relevant case studies. So let's start. So what is data quality? If you are in data science, you are going to be hearing a lot about data quality. Everybody is talking about data quality. Both project business analyst, data analysts, data engineers, everything is working together to optimize the quality of data. That's why we hire data analysts to implement, making sure that the quality of data is high. Angela, put yourself on mute because there's a background noise coming from your end. So, data quality is a keyword in data science, a strong keyword in data science. You yourself, a data governance manager, you yourself talks about data quality. As a matter of fact, you are the one that set the standard and every other person follows. So data quality refers to the condition of data based on its ability to meet business, not only business, because we have regulatory bodies and regulatory and operational requirements. This data must meet these three key requirements: business, regulatory, and operational requirement. And if we have a quality data, it must possess these features. A high quality data is a data that is accurate. It's accurate, it's not missing, nothing is missed, no missing values, is accurate and is on time. It's complete. When we mean complete, it means nothing is missing in this data, and is consistent. It's not this one comes this way, the other one looking this way. So as the data is coming, there is consistency. It comes on time, it's timely, valid, yes, it solves the purpose, and reliable, meaning that a decision can be made based on that data set. So everything we are here, the data analysts here, data engineers are here, is to achieve this high quality data. That's all we are doing to achieve. If it's very valid and reliable, then the chief executives can simply relax and be making decisions with confidence. A poor quality data is a data that is incorrect in decision making. So we cannot use it to make decision because it's not consistent, it's not reliable, it violates regulation. So these are data that can put company, some company can go down because of poor data quality or management. AI bias. When you want to work with AI and the data, AI is not going to give you quality outcome, and it's going to cause financial losses. Companies are going to lose when they make decisions because of wrong decision. Their decision does not reflect their data sets. It's going to cause conflict so many ideas. It's not going to be quoting what is going on in the market, and company can be taking decision and it's going to be backfiring, causing a lot of damages and losses, financial losses. So, and the regulatory bodies, most of the time, any violation comes with heavy financial fine, which is financial losses as well. So this is the typical quality data and poor quality data. So what are the core dimensions of this? Let's look at it deeper. Dimension of data qualities. Accuracy. One is say that a data is accurate. Data correctly represents real world value. Example, correct customer date of birth. Is it accurate? That is it. For instance, you want to capture date of birth and you say your date of birth is 10th March. Is it accurate? Angela, is accurate. Is 10th of March, can 10th of March be somebody's date of birth?
10th of March can be somebody's. You need to add the year now.
Good. So 10th of March can never be anybody's date of March. It can only be 10th of March 2026. It can be somebody, all the people born today, their date of birth is 10th of March 2026. You must add the year before it can be accurate. Then completeness. These are things, because while we capture data, if you do not specify the format, some of the people you are working within your organization, they want to go like marketers, they want to capture data set, they want to send survey to capture customer data. Some of them we just write, I've seen so many portals, they don't collect the year. They just tell you, give us your date and the month. They are not talking about the year. It's not accurate. You know, you cannot use it to make a very strong decision saying we have a year like some demography, or some people are elderly people, young people, middle-aged people, because the data, you can't use it because it's not accurate. But when you have yield, you can actually classify the customers based on their age bracket. Say some people born between 50 and above, some people that are born between 30 to 40, and some people between. So with that, you can take decision and say, we are going to focus on these people. This is how we are going to deal. So you cannot make decision when the data is not accurate. They will have completeness, like yes, part of the accuracy. All the required fields are completed. Example, no missing email address in the CRM system. I recall how CRM, you have a data set, and in the CRM system, some of the customers, they will have phone, they will have address, but they don't have email. The data set is not complete. Then you have consistency. Data is not uniform across the system. Example, same customer ID across billing and marketing system. So if you want to use a particular, you say ID, for instance, you say you want to use a particular ID, you can say passports. You want to capture, you want to use passport number, not driver's license number. So with that, we know it's consistent. We are judging that all the data is uniform, kind of uniformity in the system. Then timeliness. Dates is up to date and available when needed. The data is up to date and available when needed. So that's when the timeliness is always updated, very fresh, and you can use it at any point in time. Validity of a data is a data confirmed to defined format and rules. For example, email address follow a proper syntax. That is valid if it follows. If it doesn't follow a particular syntax, it means it's not valid. So these are things we consider when we try to decide the quality of our data and the completeness, everything, whether it's high quality or poor quality. You cannot just say a data is not high quality. You must have a specified standard you want to use to regulate your data set. And a data is unique, no duplicate record of that data. You see some data, some people can duplicate data. For instance, I want to recruit business analysts, and I received 20 applications from applicants for that post of a business analyst. And they find out that one person applied 4 times. Is it 20 applications we received? Is that 20? Still are you?
16, sir.
So that is it. But if you don't look at your data set very well, if you just receive 20, you can just rush and quote that 20 people apply for this role. But actually, in the actual sense, it's not 20. So when a data is unique, complete, unique, you can't see duplicate record within the system. So these are the works of data analysis. You can give this kind of standard to a data analyst. Tell them this is how any data we want to use in this office or any data we want to use in this company must follow this core dimension of data quality. You must follow this value. Data, that is it. You are specifying the rule of data quality in your organization. If it doesn't follow this standard, it cannot be used. It's a breach of data quality in the company. So, what is data quality framework then? So, data quality framework is a structured approach that defines data quality. We have data quality, we know that how a data quality should look like, but there should be an approach for you as a professional, as a data regulator, as a data custodian, as a data steward. You must have a standard approach, and that is what we call framework. The framework defines the quality of data standard. In your own framework, you can just adopt this standard. Adopt this standard. We'll discuss above. The framework will define the role. Who is going to be dealing with this data? Who is going to be is he responsible of who to handle data, to make sure that the data will have quality data in different dimensions? We have data steward, we have data administrator, we have data analyst, we have data engineer. So all these roles, who is going to be in charge of this? What is going to be our responsibility in making sure that we have quality data, to make sure we have this quality data standard specified here? What are the metrics? How do we measure? What are the key performance indicators to show we must show metrics? It must reach this standard, or it must not be, can be below this standard. These are metrics. What are the monitoring mechanisms? Like dashboard, where everybody can be seeing it. Some companies, they have dashboard for those who are authorized to have access. Once you see the data metrics and measures to make sure we have quality data, like access control and the rest of them. Issue resolution. When we have a situation, who handles the issue? That is a risk. Who escalates? Who de-escalates? Yeah, these are things that must be stated on how a data should be handled in an organization. And that's what we call a framework for data quality. It ensures that quality is measurable and enforceable. Okay, components of a data quality framework. So what does a data quality framework is supposed to have? What are the components? What are the papers? So we have data quality standard. It will have a standard, define rules for acceptable data value and format. You must a defined rule. What is a defined rule? For instance, here, age must be the age must be within this bracket, like 0 to 120 in the data we want to see in our system. Email must follow RFC standard format, like a format for protocol for formatting and transmitting data or electronic message. You must follow the standard. So you must specify the standard. The second component here is profiling. Analyzing data sets to identify anomalies, duplicates, and inconsistencies. So for us to use any data, we might see, before any data need to be used for decision making, that data set must be profiled. This is works of data analysts, profile, meaning that data analysts must check for these no values, outliers, and pattern mismatch. So after the analysis, that's what we call data cleaning. In data analysis, we call it data cleaning, data transformation, data profiling. Yeah, these are names, synonyms you can use to interchange with profiling. So we can use no values, looking for missing or unknown values. Outliers, data that differs from the rest. These are what we are going to be looking at. Pattern mismatch, inconsistencies between data sets. If you are a data analyst, it's going to be easy for you to do this, look profiling. Data quality metrics, that's KPI, key performance indicators. Example, 0% of data complete record. So you must have a measurable indices, like percentage, use rate. You can say data duplicate rate must be less than 0 or less than 1 or this. So you must have a key metrics, indices for measurement. Error rate, the data set must be so percent or must be the acceptable level. You don't just state it, data must be high standard. How do we measure standard? In your own case, you must show a percentage, a rate to measure the standard. Data correction turnaround time. If we have poor quality data and we want to clean up or correct, it cannot happen forever. You must say within 2 hours of noticing an error or inconsistency, it must be addressed. You can't say data they are working on it for how many, no, it must, that is service level agreement. And then we'll have monitoring and reporting. Most cases we have dashboard. So data analysts, they have a way of building dashboard. This dashboard, once you look at it, you see the quality of your data, how quality, what is going on in the organization. If organization is doing well, if they are not doing well. So many dashboard can report data from the database. Some of them is a data set that has been transformed. So we use dashboard for monitoring and reporting, and we have automated alerts, and we have data quality scorecard. So these are various reporting measures or tools or techniques we can use. So, and it's going to be a continuous to ensure ongoing compliance. The number 5 is issue management and remediation. Issue management means if we detect anomalies within the data, what happened? For instance, the data did not match, we must find out that there is a problem with the data set. We can't just start cleaning the data set, so we have a problem. We'll start cleaning the data set because you must find out why we have that problem. So must go down to the root cause. We call it root cause analysis. If you are in business analysis, you understand what root cause analysis. You try to help to look for, solve the problem beyond the peripheral. You go down and deep and dig and find out the actual cost. Sorry, the actual cause of a problem. That is the root cause. Yes, and that's called root cause analysis. They will have different techniques of carrying out root cause analysis. Like we'll have a YYY, we'll have a fishbone diagram. It's a full big topic in business analysis. So we'll have a data correction workflow. So in as much as you need to dig and find out the root cause analysis, you equally need to correct the data. What are the processes? You must state the processes of data correction, whether it's going to be using Excel, using whichever tool you want to, you must state the process of data cleaning, data transformation, data correction, and steward approval process. If such a thing happen, it cannot just jump in and start correcting. It must have someone is the custodian of that data, and that is the steward who is in charge, who is has the ownership of that data. You must get approval before start working on any data within the company. You can't touch data as a data analyst without approval. Anything you need to do within the company data, you requires approval. So the approval process must be stated. Who does the approval? So that if anything happens, we have whom to know or say this person is accountable. So quality improvement is ongoing, not a one-time thing. It's a continuous process. And that's why your role as a data analyst is a permanent position. If you go there, it's not a project management job where you say a project has come to an end. Data management is 24 hours role. It happens 24 hours. It's not a contract role. So these are 5 key components of a data quality framework.
I can't hear you, sir. I don't know if I'm the only one. It seems he has issues with his network.
It's muted. It just stop sharing.
Network problem is everywhere. Me, I'm battling with my own here now.
So it seems your mic is muted.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, can hear
I
you.
say that's
Yes, we can hear you. Thank you.
It's a frustration from my internet. Sorry about that. Yeah, so what we are here before is we're on this data quality regulatory compliance. So we must understand the regulatory compliances or regulatory reports involved. To have poor quality can be resulted in incorrect regulatory reports. So we must comply. Having a quality data is a compliance. And that's why we have to make sure that we have quality data all the time. Is a regulatory compliance for your data to be quality. And if anything, because anything can happen and you find a lost suit, and for instance, in hospital, you find out the patient's record is not captured well, and something happened, the patients die. They will ask question, what happened? They set up committee of inquiries, and they find out that you captured, the company captured poor data quality. And you see, this is a breach. So having a quality data is not by choice, it's by regulation. Somebody can just call ambulance and say somebody is dying here. And they say, in ambulance, if you are the data protection officer for London Ambulance, when you want to capture data, you must make sure you capture the postcode, because you know that ambulance, they go with postcode, they go with navigator. They might call them to come to where they never been before. All they need to key in. So if the data captured is just the address, for instance, the street, the house and the street, they might struggle to track the exact place. But once you put postcode, it's going to be very easier. So if a situation like that, the address given to the ambulance is not complete, and while the ambulance is trying to move around to look for the place, and when they finally get to the place and the person is dead, and the woman said, no, I called ambulance 5 hours ago and telling them my child is not well, and it take them 5 hours to come to my house. They will say, why did it take them this long time? They say, because we are trying to find the location. I say, how do you try to find the location? I say, this is the address. Find out the address given. Did not have postcode. The ambulance people are actually struggling. So I'm just giving you a scenario why quality data should be a compliance. It's not a choice. That an organization, you cannot say this is our choice, because if you capture poor quality data and if anything goes wrong, you are going to go in for it. So incorrect, poor quality data can result to incorrect regulatory reports, misstated financial record, faulty medical decision, just like I've just said. Yeah, this is the one that is most common. Most common here. They don't joke with it. Like I've seen a situation where a young guy was given a wrong medical report. They told the young guy of 17 that he's got 3 months to live because he's diagnosed of cancer. And the young man is almost dying after getting the news. Start calling everybody. He also wanted to, it can be, the family was devastated. And the following day, they came apologizing. Sorry, we gave you people wrong medical reports. Actually, you just have high blood pressure. You didn't have any cancer. Can you imagine that? So this is the consequences of poor quality data. So how did they give? And actually what happened, this is not a make story, this is a real life story. Real life story. They bear the same name and the same surname. But they didn't put date of birth there. And that is it. That's what we're talking about, poor quality data. They printed wrong and just go to Isaac and drop it to Isaac, but it's not the same Isaac. So it's equally a violation. GDPR, General Data Protection Regulation, is a violation. GDPR data protection. So a poor quality data, if it doesn't meet a certain standard, is going to be resulting in all these violations. Regulators expect accurate record keeping, reliable reports, and audit-ready documentation. Meaning that when you say audit-ready, it means it's very clean. You are ready to, whenever they call you for, you can defend the data sets under your custody. Because you are a data custodian. So data is just like, let's say, an asset. It's just like a property. Let's say an estate, a housing estate is somebody's property. And now they make you as the person that looks after the house, as the caretaker of that real estate. And they give you condition. We don't want to see this kind of, we want this house to be in this standard. So that is the way it should. So you are the custodian, you make rules, decide how this data should be. Any contrary, any violation is whoever violates that data regulation should be, there must be a fine for that. Data quality and AI risk. Now, before now, we work on data, we don't talk about AI, just about, but AI has added another layer to the quality of data we manage these days. So AI system depend heavily on quality data. So you see AI, that is the reason, I don't know if any of you have heard about the role called prompt engineering, AI prompt engineering. Do you know, any of you know about prompt engineering?
I've heard about it.
Okay. We've had 2 classes in AI prompt engineering, and it's one of the highest rising career today. AI engineer, not just AI engineers that can build AI, but prompts. That is the quality of content you feed AI. That's what we call prompts. And there is paid high these days, to the extent that if from this 2026, if you are looking at jobs, even if you are a business analyst, they will say business analyst with AI engineering or AI prompt. You must have a form of this prompt engineering. It's now becoming hybrid. Even that's why you see data governance now. Another layer of data governance has been added, which is talking about AI, because everything we do these days is AI. Is now officially adopted that we can use AI at place of work. 2 years ago, like 2-3 years back, if they find you using AI at place of work, you stand chances of losing your job. But today, if you want to apply for a job and you don't have any experience of AI, you are likely not to get that job. So that is it. So AI system depend heavily on high quality data. Poor quality lead to bias prediction, model drift, discriminatory outcome, and ethical breaches. Is garbage in, garbage out. So responsible AI begins with quality data governance. So you see, as we are going to equally become a data governance, you add AI to your portfolio, it's going to be part of the things you are going to define for your organization. You are not going to say, don't use AI, no. But ethical use of AI, define the quality data that need to be given to AI from your company. Yeah, everybody, you can use AI to do your job, but you can't just type anything and give AI and expect. We don't want waste of time. So you must follow the standard. If you are trying to find the demography, the date of the people living within a particular area, the age bracket, then you say you must put the year as well, not just date and month. I'm just giving an example. So this is it. We are going to look at so many examples anyway. We equally have roles in data quality management. As a matter of fact, when we want to determine or work around data quality, which we have earlier learned that data quality is a continuous process. It's not something we do one-off. Yeah, it's not a one-off, it's a continuous engagement. As long as the company is in business, there is need for data quality regulation, governance, maintenance. So it must. And these roles are people that are going to be there. Like I said, is now in UK a requirement for every organization that uses data. So almost every organization uses data to have a data protection or data governance unit. And the company must have a data protection officer, at least. I think up to 4 within that unit, minimum of 4 professionals. Well, the regulatory body, they might not go around checking every organization one by one. Yeah, like more especially private organizations. But you do not know when the accident will occur. You know, you do not know when the accident is going to occur. And that's why smart companies set up their company and they start working with the regulatory bodies for compliance. Some might be dodging, they will not want to do it. But once a situation and they realize you do not have data governance unit or you don't have data protection officers in your organization, is going to attract a lot of fine. I told you about Monzo. If you want, you can Google it. I know the news should still be on the internet up to now. Monzo was fined, I think 50 million. I think just Google how much was Monzo fined for data breach, KYC, know your customer. I think it's up to 50 million, up to Z200, I don't know, it's between up to 50 million pounds. That's what they are fined. That is enough to close a company. I know how much. I don't know how exactly, but I know that Facebook as well, we are fined for data breach. You know, for selling, they say they were accused of selling data to some company. Is it Data Analytica? Yeah. It was a big case for Facebook, and Facebook nearly.
Yeah, I think I think Monzo was fined. I just Googled it now.
Okay.
21,931,000 pounds.
Okay.
21 million.
Okay. I didn't lie anyway. I didn't get a figure, but it's I know about it. I will just, the figure is what yeah. That's not a small money. 20 million is not, 20 million pounds is not a small money. You know, you can equally Google Facebook and Data Analytica. Yeah.
And this is for data onboarding. Data,
Yeah,
wrong data
that is
onboarding.
KYC, know your customer.
Yeah. Exactly. You're right, sir.
Yeah. So they didn't follow the protocol. So if you are now, for instance, now you here is the data governance manager for Monzo. What are you going to do? Well, I think Monzo do not have data governance unit. Yeah. Because I know if Monzo have data protection officer or data governor, there's no way Monzo will see them in that kind of mess. Do you know that this kind of thing, it's just that people love this company. And this company, Monzo, is a new generation, is for the new generation, the Gen Zs. They don't read news. Are you getting me? If it's for this old generation people, a lot of people will move their money out of Monzo. But this new generation that uses Monzo, so many of them did not even know about this news. They don't know. They don't read this kind of news. And that's why it didn't affect Monzo. So type about Facebook and Data Analytica. Okay. So data roles in data quality management. Now we have you must define in your data quality framework. You must specify rules. Like here we have data owner. What is the responsibility?
The Facebook and data analytical, that one was too huge. 1.2 billion euro.
Okay.
Too massive.
So you see, I didn't lie. So that's money
for multiple data breaches and privacy violation.
Okay.
Wow, this is too much.
That is enough to bring Facebook. Facebook is a big company. If Facebook is not Facebook, that particular case alone, that particular breach alone is capable of bringing Facebook down. They did not settle out of court. They paid that fine. They paid it. So they sold data to Data Analytica. Yeah. And it's like they have been doing that. They've been doing this way they make their money by selling people data to, a lot of things. And that's why they are tightening up their system to see that the way people, because there's a lot of way people can manipulate their data through even robots, this and that. That's why you can just see a page will be a page in Facebook will have 1 follower today. In the next 3 months, you see the page will have 1 million followers. Are you getting that? That is data manipulation. Yeah, manipulate it. and they happen. So, but the issue is that you can see how important data governance is to a company like Facebook. I think there's a president, they appointed a president. The main purpose of appointing is because this lady is grounded in data governance. Almost of their key appointments is based on this data, how professional you are in data governance, because they deal with different data sets. So that is it. So you must define who is going to be in charge of the company, how are they going to be working within the data. Like here you have data steward. The data owner is going to be accountable for data quality. Data steward maintain and monitor data quality. In so many cases, you find small startup or small companies, someone can become data owner and data steward at the same time. We'll have IT data team, implement violation control. This could be data engineers, data analysts, and compliance officer. Ensure regulatory alignment. After finishing this course, you can become a data owner, you can become a data steward, you can become a compliance officer. Many more roles in data. Some companies will call it different names: data governance manager, data governance practitioner, professional, this and that, specialist. So they can call all these different names. Okay, real world case study. Let's look at it. Yeah, let's look at some examples, some case studies here. A bank uses customer income data for credit scoring. And the problem here is missing income field, duplicate customer record, and inconsistent currency formats. The impact of this problem is incorrect credit decision, regulatory scrutiny, and financial loss. Yeah, they use that credit record, the credit customer record for credit record assessment. So if they don't capture the quality, the right data, they can make a mistake. And if they approves a loan for this customer, and this customer is not qualified for a loan, and they find out that, yeah, based on wrong decision, they approve a loan for a wrong customer. Whoever is in charge of that data they are used to make that decision is in trouble. The impact here is incorrect credit decision, approving loan for those, or credit for somebody who is not credit worthy. regulatory scrutiny, that is going to trigger a red flag. And financial loss, just like what happened to Monzo, will happen to that bank. Solution for this kind of situation: implement data validation rule, introduce duplication tools, assign data steward, monitor monthly quality scorecard, and the result is going to be improved accuracy, reduce compliance risk, and increase decision reliability. These are the kind of applied questions you are going to see in an interview. They'll tell you, the hiring manager will tell you that there is a situation where a bank use this kind of to make a decision, and this is what it resulted, and say, what do you think? If now they hire you, for instance, if Monzo hire you, after this, Monzo started looking for a data governance manager or data protection officer. They hire you, you throw your CV, and they caught their attention and they invite for interview, and they say, what is going to be the solution? They already told you their story, just like this bank here is telling you their story. What is going to be the solution? What solution do you offer for them? So it's a very simple. You just tell them, this is what can just give you a quick job. Tell them the solution is to implement data validation rule, introduce this, and yeah, no long grammar. So data quality framework template. Okay, we're going to look at, if you are now going to produce a data quality framework, what are you going to do? Like now you are just gotten employed and you are meant to produce, yeah, of course, you know, this is part of your key responsibility. You are meant to produce one. What are you going to do? So activity here is to design a data quality framework for hospital patient record system. We're going to look at e-commerce customer database and the university admission database. And the key purpose is to define quality dimension, KPI, monitoring method, and who are the responsible persons. Once you do this, you should, that is a data quality framework for you for that particular industry. So we'll capture 3 industries here: hospital, e-commerce, and university. So let's look at data quality framework for hospital patient record system. So the key data here is patient demography, medical history, lab results, prescriptions, and insurance information. This, if you are going to, these are key minimum information to be captured. And quality dimension. So under accuracy, you look under accuracy, and the meaning here in healthcare is correct, diagnosis, lab results, and medication data. Then completeness. Patient records contain all required field. Timeliness, lab results updated promptly. Consistency, same patient information across all departments. Not if you go to physiotherapy unit, they have your date of birth is the year is 2020. They go to another unit, and what you have there is another day, another year, or so it must should be across board. Everything should be consistent. That is consistency. Confidentiality, only authorized medical staff have access to that record. And then we'll have KPIs. You say that patient record completeness must be 98 and above. 98 and above %. It can be below that. So that is very high when we have 98% accuracy or completeness. It can't be anything less than that. And we say duplicate patient record must be less than 1%. And we say lab result update time must be less than 2 hours, can be forever. And we say unauthorized incidents, that is 0. No authorized, anybody that is not authorized should not have access. And data entry error should be less than 1%. That is the key performance, the matrix for judging quality data is clear. That is how you are going to state it in your own framework. And monitoring method, you must state based on what is obtainable within the industry. Automated EHR validation check. This is a very standard, EHR is a standard machine for health care industry. Duplicate patient detection algorithm. So if there is any duplicate, there should be an algorithm to detect it and flag it off. Daily data integrity reports, access log monitoring, and quarterly clinical data audits. And responsible people. Here you must state who are responsible and state their role. You see here, you have Chief Medical Information Officer, is the governance oversight, and we have Data Steward, is in charge of data accuracy and monitoring. We have clinical staff, is in charge of correct data entry. We have IT security, in charge of access control monitoring, and we have compliance officer, regulatory compliance, which is going to be you, data steward, you, and yeah. And with that, you have a complete data quality framework for that hospital. That's very clean for you. So if you are going to NHS and you produce this kind of, is a high quality framework, no matter in any hospital across the globe, and you come up with this kind of framework, is acceptable. So that is template for you, for your keep, your personal property. You keep it very close to your heart until you get something better than this one. Okay. We look at e-commerce, and under e-commerce, we'll have data type, customer profile, order history, delivery addresses, payment record, and customer support interactions. And we see quality dimensions under accuracy, correct, customer contact, and shipping data. And we see completeness, required field like emails and phone field. And we see consistency, we see same customer profile across channel. So if their customer, if the one they have in IT support or customer support should be the same one they have in CRM system or marketing unit, it should be across board. And validity, correct email format and phone numbers and uniqueness, one profile per a customer. So, and then you come to KPI, you see duplicate customer accounts. Duplicate is an error. So we can't have duplicate, should be less than 2%. Email, valid email address should be 99% and above. Failed delivery due to bad addresses should be less than 1%. You don't want to hear a story that the delivery team went to deliver a good and they came back because they couldn't find address. You don't want to hear that. Data synchronization error should be less than 0.5%, and customer profile completeness should be 95% and above. And monitoring method is going to be through customer relationship management validation rule, address verification API, duplicate detection algorithm, customer data audit, and real-time data quality dashboard. Responsibilities to be vested on data governance lead that should be in charge of policy oversight, CRM manager that should be in charge of customer data quality, data analyst should be in charge of data quality monitoring, IT team should be in charge of database integrity, customer support should be in charge of data correction feedback. And that's it. You've delivered your framework. And then we'll have university admission database. So what data are they capturing here? Applicants' personal information, academic qualification, application status, test scores, offer letters. Quality dimension. Under quality dimension, we have accuracy, correct grade and test result, test scores, completeness, all required documents submitted, timeliness, application update process quickly, consistency, same applicant information across systems, integrity, no alteration of official record. And KPI, Application completeness should be 97% and above. Duplicate applicant profile should be less than 1%. Document verification accuracy should be 100%. Application processing time should be less than 10 days. Missing required documents should be less than 3%. Monitoring method automated form verification, document verification check, duplicate application detection, admission dashboard reporting, semester data quality review. And that's it. And then we've come for roles and responsibilities. We say number 1 here is the registrar, admission data governance, admission officer, data verification, data steward in charge of data quality monitoring, and IT department, data management, and compliance officer in charge of education, regulation, compliance. So you see, we've treated 3 industries now, and you see they have different data. You need to find out which one that applies to the industry. Cross-industry data quality dimension. Most organizations use this standard dimension. Most industries, they use accuracy, they use completeness, they use consistency, they use timeliness, they use validity, and they use uniqueness. As you see, we've analyzed 3 industries, and you see that this is a standard, because you see across 3 industries is the same. So making this to be a standard template for you. Quality data dashboard matrix. Data governance dashboard may track data accuracy rates, duplicate rates, missing field percentage, data correction turnaround time, and data quality incident counts. Yeah, so these are, if you look at all the dashboard we analyze, they all have standard measurements. It's not just you have rates, percentage. So key takeaway, data quality must be measured and monitored continuously. Yeah, if you get a job as a data quality manager or data protection officer, most time it's going to be permanent role. Yeah, because it's not a one-off. Clear, and most time they want somebody, if you are build the experience, hard history, good knowledge of their data history, they will want you to remain there if you are of good conduct. Clear standard and ownership are essential. We must know who owns what roles and responsibility, and there must be a standard. Governance framework enforces quality accountability. You cannot say that you are a data governance or protection officer without having a framework to enforce quality data. Is your framework is the authority here to enforce that completeness and quality of that data. Poor data quality leads to wrong decision, compliance risk, and operational failure. A strong framework includes clear API, monitoring tools, and who are responsible for each roles and responsibilities. So that is it. I believe with what we've done tonight and all the examples and templates, if they wake you up in the middle of night and tell you to come up with a framework, a data quality framework for your organization, you should be able to do that. Yeah. So that is it. That is the end of my story for tonight. So if you have question, it's allowed.
This is the interesting part.
Okay. You are seeing yourself getting close to that big money you've been dreaming of. I know you see women, they love this data because there's a lot of money without so much wahala. Yeah, if you know what you are doing anyway. So, Mr. Tunde.
Thank you, Mr. Charles, for your lecture tonight. Honestly, the framework I've been looking at the framework last week, trying to work around it. When I go through YouTube, I've been looking at data governance framework. I read a little bit about it, but you made it very clear and simple tonight. Like one of my colleagues just said, this is a big aspect of it because we are responsible for the framework, and it's very, very important. I think the more you are giving us this, you are giving us more confidence, and we are moving close to becoming the real data steward, real data compliance officer, and all that thing. Thank you very much. I think I got more clarity now with the framework. That is why I was trying to see that I'm not distracted tonight and pay rapt attention to what you are teaching.
Yeah, data protection is it's just like you are a security man. You don't use security man of the company's data. So nobody comes in anyhow and nobody goes out anyhow.
Another aspect I want to ask is you talked about dashboard, which is very good because at the comfort of our office, even if we are working from home, we can be able to see all those dashboards and know that this area is lagging behind, so that we can ask them to fix. Who is responsible for this to fix? Why is this one not done? Is there a way? Is it the IT people that will set up the dashboard for data governance unit?
Yeah, we have you have data engineer. Your own, you don't do anything technical here. What you just need to do is tell them you want a dashboard. And
okay.
This dashboard, as a matter of fact, once you come up with your framework, they know what to do.
Okay.
That dashboard, you see your metrics like 5% this. That is a matrix. And if they build a dashboard, that matrix is what is going to be showing on that dashboard. And we're showing percentage error, like
I understand, yeah.
Something, they resolve issue, the amount of time you used to take. So it will be all the work going on will be displaying on that dashboard. The work did today, this week. You see that within, if there is any violation of what is on the dashboard, like they say, let's say in a university, they say you process admission not less than 10 days. And it's logged that admission was taking 15 days. Yeah? That is a breach. So that is a violation. Once it's logged the amount of time, it's going to flag off that you breach the debt. Is a data breach. Why should you take this amount of time? We call it service level agreement as well. In ITSM, in ITSM, we call it service level agreement. Okay, in an e-commerce, we said as a delivery man, it takes you 1 day to deliver an order within United Kingdom. Any order made within United Kingdom for this company, delivery is going to be same day delivery. So we find out that a particular delivery person, it has been taking 2 days to deliver a package within England. So the system should be able to flag it off. In the dashboard, you'll be seeing the matrix, how long did it take to deliver, because whatever you do is on record. It's showing on the dashboard. Delivery time is showing, everything is a dashboard. Data analysts and data engineers can build a dashboard. It's very easy for them to build a data dashboard, you know? So that is not your business to build a dashboard. All you need to do is, this is what I want to see on the dashboard, and they will build it, and it will show the way you want. If it's not looking the way you want, then they have to do it till they get it. So it's not your duty to build a dashboard. It's the data engineers. That's why they say IT team. You see there? It's not only you that's work. As a matter of data management is not a work. Your own is to state the rule. You are just like the parliamentarians. You make the law, and everybody will follow the law. You know, some of you are going to be enforcers. You know, like the police enforcing that whoever break the law, you make sure that the person is penalized. So most of the people going to walk around going to be like the motorists driving, beating traffic lights. You know, these are data governance, data engineers, marketers, all this. So as they are breaking, you guys are going to be capturing them. So that board going to be like cameras. As people are breaking the rule, the cameras will be capturing it and it's be reporting. Every time camera captures, these are part of data governance when it comes to the traffic, road traffic agency. These are things we are going to be doing. Camera, traffic camera. These are some of the things. It's not only, so the job is everywhere. It's a lot of job for that. More especially if you are living in a Western world where they know the value of data. But the only thing here is that some of the developing countries that are coming up, or wherever you live, data protection is key. You know, I find it people who are data protection officers, they don't look for jobs just like in other IT careers, you know, because a lot of people have not really discovered data governance, and some people do not even understand what data governance is. People just think that data is all about data analysis and data. Even some people do not even have data engineers, you know, until you come into data science, they break it down and see that there's a lot to do within the data science world. So, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right.
Okay, thank you. Good night.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Charles. Thank you very much for your time.
All right. Thank you.
Are we having meet